Hello everybody, welcome back to the final part of the Sonic Adventure commentary. It's nice that we're wrapping this shit up, and of course, like the last two parts, because we gotta make this consistent. I'm joined once again by my friends Spring and Klaus.
Hello.
Ora viva, pessoal!
This is not Portuguese.
Você tem razão, cara. Eu devo falar brasileiro, então. Vai aí, gente. Tudo bem, galera?
I would talk in the Angolan accent, but I can't. It's okay, so we're wrapping things up. This part is really it's the shortest one, as audiences can tell by the length of this video. It's only like an hour and 7 minutes. And we're only going through Gamma story and the last story and some extra stuff I added in the middle. So just kind of kick off the discussion of this. What do you guys think about E102 Gamma?
Well, I've been hitting the previous parts, but this is not only one of my favorite gameplay styles, but also one of my favorites, if not my favorite side story of the Sonic Adventure. I really like Gamma.
The shooting range is through this door.
Yeah, I think he ends up being like a sweeter character than you initially think, and that he grows a heart by the end of the story, and he kind of learns to be his own person, his own robot. And so even though his story is short, he gets a whole character arc, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
Oh my god!
story.
It's the Sonic doll!
Tails
Tails
doll.
doll! Tails doll!
It's not the same Tails doll.
Shut up! Don't look at the Klaus! It's your boy, Tails doll!
You guys
gonna
are
steal my soul.
simpletons.
Look! Tails doll! Right there! Tails doll!
And that's the last Tails. I gotta defeat the Sonic doll. Hey. But like, yeah, it's one of those stories that is like, it's a robot that learns more and more over time. It's like we're basically seeing a baby being born and then developing more and more over time. Also, the ring count percent in 2023, I was really close. But okay, because this is a part that is going to be very curious, because and I'm not going to beat around the bush with this. You guys have seen the sort of edits that I've made last time, the funny shits, you know, with the tail saying pretty much, or big going blah, 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 blah. But in this part, I will be real, I only put one major edits, and all the other edits are just like cutaways. The reason I'm saying this is just to keep your expectations low, because I just didn't have many ideas for funny edits. That's all.
Okie dokie.
But okay, you know what? Let's pick up on that discussion we were having earlier before we started recording. How about that Sonic Dragon Ball collection, huh?
Sonic Dragon Ball collection?
The connection, sorry.
Oh, I mean, I have a Sonic Dragon Ball collection. I have this action figure of Sonic Goku fighting against Vegeta Shadow with the Piccolo Knuckles watching the background. Don't you have it too, Klaus?
Yeah, I have it too, and not only that, I have like I have a poster of I have a whole poster in my room that's like it has like Sonic on it, it has Goku, and then I have a candle, Vegeta in it, and Shadow too. So yeah, got the whole shrine going, you know.
That's
You
it.
can summon a new Dragon Ball by like praying upon and doing some satanic ritual.
Or you can just find the 7 Dragon Balls and wish on Sharon, you know. It's much easier.
Wish for a great Sonic game.
Even Sharon's like,
That is beyond my power.
you might as well use the Namek Dragon Balls. Even then, I don't count my blessings. That's mean to say. I'm sorry.
I mean, I have faith, especially now more than before, I'd say. But still need to wait. How about that Heroes remake, huh?
Yeah, that was nice for like a day.
I mean, what the rumors pretty much became at the end of the day is that something is happening with Sega and Unreal Engine 5, but that's it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they're remaking Shadow the Hedgehog at long last.
But Klaus, sadly, they're remaking Shadow the Hedgehog with boost gameplay.
No. Humanity.
It's like the monkey's paw deal. Klaus is like, He's praying to his Vegeta candle, please, I want the Shadow the Hedgehog remake. And then the monkey paw just like curls one finger and it's like, yeah, you're gonna have a Shadow remake, but it's in the boost engine now.
Oh, this is truly the worst timeline.
The Klaus picks up the game. Damn, not here.
Not here. I mean, I would be fine with it as long as the missions are tedious. Because
wait,
that game
Rhino, you said you're fine as long as the missions are tedious.
Aren't.
It sounded like you said as long as the missions are tedious.
Do I swallow my vowels a whole lot? I've been having that comment recently. I'm like, especially hearing myself in my previous videos, it feels like I rush things when I don't need to. Well, I don't know what's going on. Do you guys get that? Can you guys understand me?
I think you can understand. You're like me in the sense that, yes, I also notice I talk very fast. But I guess since we hang out more and we listen to each other's voice a lot more frequently, we can understand. Hopefully the people in the audience can understand this.
Don't trust the YouTube auto-generated subtitles. They're not gonna help.
Nope, not at all.
They're probably gonna say something like, I'm gonna say Sonic Adventure, and then the subtitles are gonna say Ice Cream.
No, the subtitles are gonna say Sonic Venture. La la. A new venture. La la.
You just reminded me of something that... I know this has nothing to do with anything, but whenever I think of the word adventure, I think of a Spanish-themed park that I used to know about when I was young called Portaventura.
Oh, I went there once, too.
Oh!
In Salou. Yeah, they had a lot of Woody Woodpecker stuff.
Yeah, that's the reason why I actually knew about the park, because when I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of Woody Woodpecker on YouTube, like with the Brazilian dubs. And I think with that I eventually got to know about Portaventura because, you know, there's a lot of Woody Woodpecker stuff there. But yeah, I know it's a deep cut. But,
it's funny you mentioned Woody Woodpecker since like in the previous months this year. There's like someone said, oh, well, people are saying Woody Woodpecker's as popular as the other cartoon characters like Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse. I don't get it. Meanwhile, every single Brazilian Twitter user was like, no, gringo, you're wrong. Você tá errado. Cala a boca. Because yeah,
you don't mess around with Brazilian fans when it comes to Woody Woodpecker.
No, he's an icon in Brazil. Which
yes.
I always found fascinating. I think it's the same way why here in Portugal, stuff like Dragon Ball is also really big. Not to say it's not big in Brazil, it also is big. I mean, Dragon Ball is big in Latin America in general. Like, in general.
La taqueria Goku.
Gohan Blanco.
I guess maybe a more specific example for us, because Dragon Ball is popular in a lot of countries, would be Doraemon.
Doraemon, and oddly enough, you know what would be a good example for Portugal? Noddy.
Oh yeah,
For example, TV Tropes has a page called Germans Love Hasselhoff, which is to indicate the trope where a specific series or piece of media is popular in the country that's not its native country. Sometimes even more popular outside of its native country. For example, one of the examples that rings a bell to me is like, for example, Zero Escape. How, for example, in Japan, the games didn't do well at all. Meanwhile, in the West, and more specifically in America, because I don't think the first game even came out in Europe, the game did really well, at least well enough to get sequels. And I remember for Portugal, the example they used was Dragon Ball, but they also Noddy for Portugal. Like how Noddy, Noddy was a big hero in Portugal. Also, yay, the Chow! I remember this cutscene. My girlfriend loved this cutscene.
It's so weird how the Chow have different noises here compared to how they sound in the Chow Garden. Their models are different too.
Yeah, it's different models. I always found that interesting.
I guess
it's
because
like a different speed.
yeah, I guess because I think the reason why they have different models is because in the Chow Garden, because it's very few things that are going on, very few models being used. They could have more high detailed models in the Chow Garden, but for here, for cutscenes where there's more than one character, so like there's Gamma, there's the Call, and there's the Shrine and all this stuff, I guess they made lower detailed models for the Chow to keep it okay with the Dreamcast, so it does not blow up, you know. I mean, the Dreamcast is already a loud-ass console. I could tell because I have one, and I sometimes get worried that it's gonna blow up, but no, it's just how it is. Which comparison to Saturn, when Saturn is pretty quiet.
Also, can I say I love that in this cutscene, Tickle's actually talking with Gamma. Like, in the
I wonder
cutscenes,
what the Call thinks of this, because like robots are not a thing from the past.
yeah, what I think is things like, okay, Tickle briefly talks with other characters. But here, it's like she goes in full discussion with Gamma, explaining to him the story about the chaos, about the Chow, how they notice their presence, and how she hopes one day, like she said right now, understand each other. Like with other characters, she never did this. It was really with Gamma, which is really interesting.
I hope the bird inside Gamma is like memorizing this information and later tells Amy in the final story.
Also, spoilers.
You're watching a commentary. You're gonna see it anyway. What are you expecting? I'm sorry, Phoebes, but like it is spoiled either way. Yeah.
She's okay with spoilers, by the way. No worries.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing that we kind of want her to be like surprised at Gamma's ending. But like, well, you're watching this commentary, so
again, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh well.
I just said spoilers, you know why? Because there's people watching this and you already spoiled the story.
Oh well. It's a game from 1998, okay? I mean, the same could be said about Final Fantasy VII being a game from 1997, but it's an RPG, so that's different.
Yeah, that's different. Also, here, the moles are being squished! Ooh, Gamma, my brother! Save us!
I do find it interesting that Gamma doesn't have a reaction right now, but like he's remembering this, like, maybe he's asking with himself, like, is this okay?
Also, can I just say, because I remember, okay, so I was watching my girlfriend play this game. At the time, I was playing Frontiers. It was so interesting seeing the difference between how Eggman was talking with the E20, the E100 series robots, and the way he talked with Sage. It's fascinating, like how either he mellowed out, or like I said in the part 1, I think, he now sees Sage as his own daughter, as his own kin. Something that he probably never saw with any of his creations.
Yeah, that's interesting. It also kind of goes to show how much of a different direction Frontiers went, and how they actually went out of their way to humanize Eggman a little bit, and that's fascinating.
Like he said in Lost World, he's a complicated guy.
Yeah, I'm a complicated guy.
So, watch this scene and switch the characters as like humans. Think of the implications. You see like parts of the body on the ground, and you see your brother or your sibling being reconstructed in front of you. Yeah, that's what Gamma's feeling.
But because he's so young, I don't think he really has the words to articulate this. He just questions like,
beta? Like, that's it. Like, I love these moments.
Dot.
This is the wrong room.
This is the wrong room.
I love, like, some years ago, I remember somebody like had this phrase as a joke within their friend group and made pictures of Gamma and like various games like Phoenix, but like Ace Attorney or other games where it's just Gamma appearing and just saying this is the wrong room. And yeah, I mean, in case folks at home haven't gotten this yet, you're gonna be seeing a lot of repeat cutscenes. But how about you, Klaus? What do you feel about all this?
I mean, I feel pretty much the same as you guys, but I like that Gamma's story almost feels a little bit more like it feels more cinematic, and it feels I like that it kind of slows down and focuses a little bit more on the story and the character exchanges instead of just getting to the action as fast as possible. And so it's nice to have like slower moments in such a fast-paced game as Sonic Adventure, which I know Sonic's all about going fast, but I think it's nice to kind of dial it back and focus more on the emotion.
Yes, I mean, regardless if a game is about going fast, I do believe that you've got to pace it well so it does not get overwhelming. An example I can bring up is when I remember when I first watched Dune in cinemas, the part 1, not part 2. There was so much stuff, so much big moments that were happening back to back that I felt like there was barely any room to breathe, you know? Like, the movie could barely, like, actually stop, you know? But I do believe that Sonic Adventure could have done this a bit better because the pacing stops like during in the case of Gamma and Big, which are mandatory stories, and I mean a person could do them at any point after they beat Sonic or after they unlock these characters in any story, but it's like compared to the rest of the game, they do feel more like pace killers instead of actual like, okay, we need slower pacing because it's the right time. It's more because their stories are just slower than the other, especially Big. At least that's how I feel.
It is dangerous here.
It's dangerous to go along.
Oh, take this.
Zelda. You know, I'm probably never gonna have a Zelda commentary. Those games are just too big. Guess Springy Boy, wanna commentate on your recent Zelda experience?
Not really.
No, okay. Trying to put topics here, guys.
I mean, I didn't have much to say, just I thought the game was going to be more beginner friendly, and I didn't feel it was, but it's still a good game. Into the past.
In retrospect, I think I may have also said it was beginner friendly when in reality the most beginner friendly 2D Zelda is A Link Between Worlds on the 3DS.
That's the game I remember seeing like being very popular.
I want to play it. Gotta be honest, because it just looks really good.
That's the design they use for Zelda in Smash Ultimate, the best Zelda design in Smash.
But it's a mix between Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds. But I see what you're saying.
Literally, Sakurai says a Link Between Worlds.
Well, I mean, it's not as clear in the Japanese version. So that's why, at the end of the day, players are saying that it's like, oh, it's a mixture of both.
That's like the Zelda from those two games.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different Zelda, but
The design is from those two games.
Yes. Zelda Timeline is interesting. The jet booster. I like this upgrade.
Jet? I'm not in this game!
Will I ever do Sonic Riders?
That's a series I...
Without wings, Gamma can still fly.
I love the line. Hey, Jet, look out! Are you okay, Jet?
The dirt suits you so well! It may be the fastest creature on the ground, but in the air, with me and my extreme gear, it's just a joke!
I love that we had an era of Sonic where three major Sonic characters were voiced by the same guy.
Hi, I'm Jason Griffin. You know what? There you go. A topic for the discussion. We talked about our favorite Sonic games. We talked about favorite Sonic characters. How about talking about Sonic voice actors?
Ooh, okay, you guys go first because my opinions on it are kind of lame.
I don't know, honestly, because I think my opinions will change depending on my mood, on the time of day. If you ask me an opinion today, tomorrow I'll probably say something different. Wow.
The one you're feeling right now.
Yeah, like, wow, that was fast. the battle.
Character battles are pathetic.
But I was gonna say, for
Character battle
Sonic...
speed on any percent.
Okay, for Sonic, I would say... Right now, I think I'm used to Roger Craig Smith. Because my idea is, okay, the way I judge which character I think their voice acting is their voice actor or voice actor is my favorite is, okay, I'm reading the Sonic comics. Which voices come to my head when I'm reading them? For Sonic, I think right now is Roger Craig Smith. His recent air quotes has been more than 10 years at this point. But you know what? I think, honestly, he didn't have the best track record when it comes to voice lines because, again, of the writing. But as a voice, I do like that voice for Sonic. But I do also appreciate what Ryan Drummond, the voice actor for Sonic Adventure 2, Heroes, Battle, and Jason Griffith were doing with Jason Griffith, the 4Kids era, between Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic and the Black Knight. Because you can tell there's improvement in those two performances. So I think I'm going to say Roger Craig Smith just because right now it's the one I'm most accustomed to. I do like his Sonic's voice in the movies as well, and shorts. He does a really good job. For Tails, his current voice actress, I think, is also the one
Shuggus Villier, fuck.
Yeah, also, yes, I don't know the name of the voice actor or voice actress, so my apologies.
Fuck, I wish I knew how to pronounce that surname.
Yeah, but like she's my. I like her voice as Tails, like a lot. I think it's because Tails with character with voices goes all over the place. Like here in Adventure, I did like in Adventure 2, I thought it was a bit too emotionless. Heroes grinds my ears. The fourth is. Want some more?
I hate that line.
The four kids voice actress, she wasn't bad, but I don't know. It made him sound. I don't want to say whiny, but a bit too. You know. I think. Dave Higgins, the one she voiced him between Sonic Colors, Generations, and Lost World.
Lost World, yes.
And then she was replaced in Sonic Boom by. And it's like between both of them. Wait, what?
Sorry.
Wait! I saw Nagito, Clank, Tsurumi, and Ubaduba.
This is the edit I did. So
That was
if
perfect.
If you guys want to know the characters I put Ted's, say whoa. Then I put Nagito, oh. Then I put Tsurumi. Then I put they are lesbians, Ratchet. Then I put the classic Sonic Unleashed Beta, and then I put the Hooba Dooba at the end.
Perfect. Perfection. Mwah. 10 out of 10.
I think I like to consider that the ultimate edit because it appeals to everybody.
There's a little bit for everything, for everyone.
Everyone is here.
Da, na, 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 na. Okay, so
Anyway, going back.
okay, Sonic and Tails, it's their current voice actors. For Knuckles, for me, it's Dan Green. I think Dan Green, that's my Knuckles. Shut up! I love Dan Green as Knuckles because Travis Williams and his current voice actor are still trying to do what Dan Green did, and they're doing a great job. But for me, Dan Green is just like this Knuckles. Like I love his voice as Knuckles. Good old Yugi. Knuckles is Yugi. Never forget.
It's time to do.
For Amy, like Knuckles is actually her 4 kids voice actors. Lena Ortiz. Ortiz? I think that's how you pronounce
Liz. I think her name is Lisa Ortiz.
it. Lisa Ortiz.
Same surname as Johnny. Actually. Yeah.
I think she, even though kind of like Roger Greg Smith with Sonic, like she didn't get the best line, especially in Sonic X. But I think that's Amy's voice for me. I don't like Cindy Robinson's portrayal when it's less Minnie Mouse, but I think Lisa is my favorite voice actress for Amy. Shadow, oh Shadow. Kurt Kerfer is doing his best. He's improving, but for me, this one I have to give it to Jason Griffith. I used to prefer David Humphrey actually. He was voice actor from Sonic Adventure 2 and Heroes. But I think that as more time passed, Jason Griffith I think nailed it as Shadow. I still like every time I think of Shadow, I still think of his voice as Jason Griffith.
Big cheese, am I right, fellas?
So for Rouge. I actually forgot of a series of voice actors that I'm not considering. The Sonic Prime ones.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't know their names.
I really like the voice actor for Sonic and Prime because it feels like a mix of all the other voice actors combined.
I think he does a good job.
I like Amy's too. I like. I think everyone did a good job with that TV show in terms of voice acting. For Rouge, I'm going to say Sonic Prime. I think she sounded great in Sonic Prime.
I'd have to rewatch that again because I'll just a slight tangent, but I just kind of forgot about Sonic Prime 6.
Me too, actually. Anyway, I want to watch the first season so I can say, okay, yeah, I finished it. Let's see. For Omega, yeah, the first one for Heroes, Son St. John, like that's perfection right there.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
For Big, his current one. Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a ride.
I wish I knew the name.
Cream, I'm not sure if the one in Generations is still voicing her. I know there's some controversy because apparently they were using a voice line since that game and she's not getting a cent.
Dream Team. I mean, I think it was the same voice actors, but they give her a different direction, I think. I'm not sure. It's Michelle Ruff, who's actually Fujiko Mine, actually.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. Team Chaotix. Vector for me is still the hero's one. I don't like using this voice, but I prefer him. I prefer him with his hero voice. SPO Matthew Mercer with all the McCree, Crom, Fire Emblem, Yusuke Persona 5.
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf, yeah. I felt proud of myself when I heard his voice and I recognized it as him.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Dimitri's voice actor from Fire Emblem Free House. I heard his voice in the trailer, like, oh my god, that's Dimitri.
I think he did a great job, honestly, as a Ganondorf. Like, especially when he screams, like that's really good.
And Charmy is current one. This current one I think is really good.
I think
Eggman.
it's Colleen. I think it's Colleen actually.
Yeah, it's
the same one as Tails.
Yeah, I remember thinking that their voice sounds similar. For Eggman, Mike Pollock, like,
Yes.
not only is a great performance, he's the one with the most consistent voice. Like, it took until Prime to actually get a new voice for Eggman.
And the only reason why Prime has a different voice cast is because the voice recordings for that were in Canada instead of the United States.
And now he's voiced by the original Vegeta and Ryuk from Death Note.
Oh, but not the Kakaroto is mine.
No.
Rescue complete.
Damn it. Or it's Mr. Green.
No,
Let that child alone.
no, it's someone that says, your father was a brilliant scientist. That's Eggman's current voice in Prime. That's
Who's an
Was?
average warrior, a brilliant scientist.
Was Bardock a brilliant scientist?
No, he
But
wasn't.
an average.
No, he wasn't a science. He was just a warrior.
Ah.
Beta. Location on
And then to fair,
Didn't that dub like imply he made like the blood swave machine or something?
it
Some
implied.
variant of that?
Yeah, I think it implied that. It implied that he was the one who created the technique of creating their own moons. Yeah, to transform into the great ape forms.
Huh.
To finish off, Silver and Blaze. I mean, I like their current voices. Silver is voiced by Nagito Komeda, and Blaze is voiced by Futaba Sakura from Persona 5, so yeah, they're perfect. But yeah, those are at least some main characters. I know there's other characters, like Metal Sonic and stuff, but I think for... I'm just gonna focus on the Sonic Heroes team, cast, and Silver and Blaze. Go ahead, Klaus.
Yeah, okay. I won't go into nearly as much depth as Mr. Spring here, but as for Sonic, it kind of depends on the context. I mean, I think I'm always gonna like Ryan Drummond the most. I feel, partially because that was the first Sonic I ever heard, but I do like Roger Craig Smith's Sonic in Sonic Boom the show specifically. I think he's perfect as Boom Sonic, absolutely perfect. And as for Shadow, it also depends on the context. I love David Humphrey as Shadow because he gives Shadow kind of like this arrogance and this sort of like almost posh, snooty vibe, which really suits what Shadow has going on with him in SA2. Him being like, oh, I'm the ultimate life form and I'm better than everybody. And I got this divine quest to take out revenge on humanity, you know?
He makes himself
I think it's...
like a villain, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and it does suit him really well in that context. But I do love Jason Griffith's Shadow, and that he brings, all right, not to be generic, but he does bring a different edge to the character. Yeah, which does suit, Shadow the Hedgehog really well. But then I feel like his performance kind of mellowed out in 06, which does suit Shadow's character development there in that context. As for Tails, I like Tails' current actress, and I think it's nice that we got to hear her a lot in the Sonic movie. And I'm glad that they brought a game actor in for that, for sure. Knuckles, I like the SA2 voice. Silver, I still like his whiny 06 voice.
Don't you
Did
dare
Capella?
turn your back
Yeah.
on me!
I think that Capella has sometimes like been giving out some interviews or just been talking about the character as of late, and that's cool.
It's no use!
Move out that. Think.
Eggman, Mike Pollock is just perfect, and I can't hear anybody else being Eggman in the games, and I hope that he can voice Eggman until the sun blows up and consumes us all.
Or he retires. Let's be realistic here.
No, I want him to gain immortality and voice Eggman until the end of humanity.
I mean, I agree that he's great enough to deserve immortality, but one step at a time
here. Metal Sonic. I mean, Heroes. The whole Neo Metal voice he had going on, really cool.
It was Ryan Drummond, actually.
Yeah. And if you hear his voice without filter, it's really weird.
Oh, I know that one. The more you know. Let's see, Rouge. I like her SA2 voice, but maybe I'm a little bit biased because the lady who voices her also voices Lucas from Mother 3. Best game ever. Go play it.
And Pitt from Brawl. Hiya! The fight is on!
We thought of the exact same quote. It's almost we're like the same person.
It's the same brain cell.
As for the other characters, I'm pretty like neutral on the actors over the years. It's like I just kind of roll with it. I just kind of accept it. I guess Amy. I like her 4Kids actress as well.
Yay!
Yeah, that's about all I have to say on that.
Alright, I mean,
before you go, can I just comment that this scene in this section of the Gamma's level reminds me of another level in Sonic Heroes, actually.
Oh, I wonder what it is.
It's the Rail Canyon. I think that's the name. Yeah, it's the same. Like it's similar for being
Bullet Station.
Bullet Station. Thank you. Where you're like on a moving train.
The trains, yeah. I like moving trains. Although this one is relatively tiny.
I like trains.
Electric. It's gonna remind me of that guy who says, "I like that though."
I like that.
When it comes to voice actors, I've never really had many strong opinions about them because I've always been fine with everyone, especially when it comes to Sonic. Like I've always been fine with all like his major three. I think the only one I never really was the biggest fan of was Jaleel White's interpretation, but even then I've gotten used to it over the years and I respect it in its own right. So yeah. But I guess the thing is with Sonic is that I've gotten used to Roger Craig Smith, and I think he can do a good job as Sonic. Ryan Drummond, I like Ryan Drummond. He may have been, and the reason why I say may have been the first one I've heard. The reason why I say that is because I'm not sure if I already had seen some cutscenes of Sonic games beforehand. But like, Sonic Adventure 1 was the first official Sonic game I did play, so at least in that sense I did hear him first, but like soon after I got Sonic Unleashed, which has a completely different Sonic voice actor. And speaking on that, I always have a little bit of a bias towards Jason Griffith. I can't really say that he's my favorite, because like if you were to put him on the spot, it's like, who's your favorite Sonic voice actor? Jason Griffith. Because I just really like him, even with his nasally voice that he kind of hit more and more as the games went along. I still really like him. And on that note, yeah, he's Shadow. He's Shadow. Fuck, I love his Shadow voice. But in terms of the other characters like Tails, the most recent one, Knuckles, I don't mind either Scott Fryer, Dan Green, Travis Willingham, or what was this guy's name? Dave B. Mitchell. Yeah, that's his current one. Who also does a fine job. So I found it interesting that Quentin Flynn was the voice of Silva for a good while, up until recently, where he was replaced by Bryce Papenbrook, who was also doing a good job. Then there's Blaze, which I can't really say much of. I guess the most recent one suffices. I don't know.
I do like her Arabella voice, but like we didn't hear too much of it in the game, so.
Yeah, because it was during a time where a lot of these characters were being shafted. They didn't have any appearances unless you were like playing on mobile titles, and even then, those mobile titles didn't really have much voice acting, if at all. So
yeah,
you didn't really get to see these characters shine. And even then, with some of the Sonic characters like Blaze, how do you bring someone like Blaze back without being contrived? Yeah. So we're in an odd position, but there's definitely characters that can be brought back, and there's characters that, like we said in the last few sessions, do have potential to have their own games and stuff like that. So, yeah. But in terms of other voice actors, I mean, Mike Pollock as Eggman again. Steve Bristow was really good, but Mike Pollock is Mike Pollock. You can't compete. Big. I mean, his voice sound is the same throughout most of the title. So yeah. I mean, Omega. The only one that's kind of like is like weird is Sonic 6 voice. I think it's the same actress who voiced Meow. If I
Yeah. She's the voice actually did some characters. Like she also was the mayor in Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
then, you know the fun fact, like, okay, she voiced Omega in Sonic 06 and did that weird performance. But then she came back before she sadly passed away, of food poisoning, if I remember correctly. She came back to voice him in Mario and Sonic at the Olympico Winter Games, and in that game, they went back to the Sonic Heroes Shadow the Hedgehog style of voice.
Yeah, the filter. Yeah,
Yeah, the
It
filter.
was definitely a filter thing.
Yeah, so at least when she voiced Omega for the last time, she voiced in a more recognizable way.
Yes.
May she rest in peace, by the way. Yeah. And same
rest
thing
in
with Dean
peace.
Bristow, like we said last time.
Yeah, and Dean Bristow passed away soon after his like final role, which was Sonic Advance 3. It was like a week or two after, and right before Mike Pollock took over for Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, for the mainline games because he was already voicing him in Sonic X. A show that I still have yet to see. I think I've talked about this last time. And we're already done with Game and Story.
Yeah, everything went well, right, Gammon? Now let's just. Oh, shit.
Well,
Oh, shit.
happy endings, where are those? But I think this was also something that Gamma was thinking of beforehand. I mean, it looked as his own hand when
Yeah.
thinking about the last robots he had to defeat.
Yeah, so
So-
if Beta didn't do this, yeah, Gamma probably would have done himself.
Yeah,
It's kind of sad to think about.
yeah, like the potential suicide in the Sonic game. How about that? Which is interesting. Is like some people like think that Sonic 06 went too far in terms of themes. I feel like it's not so much. I mean, the story's kind of stupid, yeah, but like in terms of themes, like of Silver contemplating killing somebody, if it's the right thing to do for a brighter future, I don't think that's going too far. I think that's interesting to talk about in the Sonic game but I'm also one of those people that never really saw Sonic as just another cartoon character. I also saw him as a character that could have a wider range of stories and a wider range of environments to explore, which is why, unlike a lot of people who are like, Sonic shouldn't be in realistic environments, I'm like, no, bring that shit. I love this contrast of cartoony characters with realistic environments, you know?
For me, that's one reason why I love Heroes. Like, it mixes both. It doesn't feel weird. Like, you have the checkerboard of the patterns, Seaside Hill, but then you also have the realistic beaches, and the realistic killer whale and palm trees. Like, it can fit.
Kind of. I mean, I feel like the game is very vibrant colors.
But it still has, like,
And
realistic
the
textures.
themes in general, I
But
don't
like, it
think
still has,
make
like,
it as
realistic
real.
textures. Like I said.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I just don't think that the game, the levels themes are that realistic compared to something like Adventure 1, Adventure 2.
They're more
Hedgehog.
for example,
Shadow
they're like in the middle, I'd say. That's why I like it.
I mean, I do like how Heroes look. It's just that when some people say that it has realistic stuff as well, it's like I don't feel that way. But that's just me personally.
Well, I feel
Also,
that
before
way.
before we go to the last story, I have something interesting to show you.
It's
Yeah,
Beta.
we're glad we're going back to Windy Valley.
Yeah, it's Beta Windy Valley.
Yup, this is the Beta Wheelie Valley, brought back by modders. A giant ass level, and you can tell that the level design looks really different compared to the final game.
Oh.
But why
I've never
is
seen
that?
this before.
Yeah, this is the first time. You may be wondering.
Yeah, why is that, Rhino?
Yeah, why is that? Winnie Valley was the first level that the team ever made, and the last level that they ever made, because this beta version was like one of the first, if not the first, build of the level ever, while the version we see in the final game was the completely redesigned version. And the reason why, the thing is, a lot of people may be wondering, it's like, why did they change so much? Why does this actually feels like something that really takes advantage of the momentum physics and it feels more like a classic Sonic level compared to the levels in Adventure, which, don't get me wrong, do look like classic Sonic levels, but look a bit more streamlined. I think the reason that may be is because maybe the team just had trouble transferring the game the physics from 2D to 3D, so they had to kind of change levels as they went about, and that's why this level got changed a whole lot. As you can see, this tornado section is a whole lot more tricky compared to the final game, and this looks completely fucking different. Holy shit. But it is a fun level to go through, and if you ever have the PC version of this game, mod it in if you're curious.
Gives me a lot of Marble Zone vibes from Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Marble Garden.
Marble Garden, thank you.
Yeah. Marble Zone is the ruined place from Sonic 1.
Yeah,
Aesthetically, I really like how that level looks.
I don't like that level though.
I mean, I say aesthetically because level design speaks for yourself.
Yeah, like you go from a fast-paced level for like Green Hill, and then you go for that one, which is like a slog.
I feel like they should have, like, if they couldn't avoid that, because I mean it's first game, like they probably weren't completely comfortable with the very speedy levels yet. But if that's the case, they could have paced them out a bit better. I don't know, or maybe I guess Spring Yard is a bit faster, so I guess they went fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. I guess that was their mindset. I mean, start with the big one because you know that's the one that people are gonna see first, and people are gonna like, wow, this looks so great, and then you give them this slow level, like, oh. But then Sonic 2 just made things better.
Yep.
And Metropolis. Fuck Metropolis. All my homies hate Metropolis. But yeah, this is just a little thing that I wanted to show. I feel like it's a good part of Sonic Adventure history, and I should replay this level sometime soon, or I mean I guess in the stream or something. I don't know. There's so many pathways in this level that like you can replay this level so many times and find something here. That's awesome. Glad that design mentality got transferred over to the final game.
You know what, if they ever did a Sonic Adventure 2 remake, they should add this level back in, like as a little bonus. Like for example, in Crash Bandicoot, there was a DLC on the Insane Trilogy where they brought back some unused levels, I think.
They brought back an unused level from Crash 1 that was cut because it was considered too difficult.
Yeah.
And it really is difficult. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I like that. Like, bring back some cut content. That's what I think a remake should do. Like, bring back some cut content that was not used in the final product because, again, time constraints. For example, in the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom remake, they brought back a Squidward robot that was not used. But they used it for like a multiplayer mode. But still, nice to see.
Yeah. Also, gotta showcase the Shadow Garden, right?
Wow, was not expecting this after the way you talked about last time.
And here's a child.
Oh, Minto Chow.
It's Richter!
Yeah, I called him Richter.
Be
He's
gone!
a child that I
You
have
don't
on my
belong in this world, monster!
But I guess, for example, what did I name my? Yeah, I mean my, and this is Annette.
Oh, Annette from Fire Emblem Free Houses.
No, Annette from Castlevania Runner of Blood.
Hey, Klaus, look, it's Annette from Fire Emblem Free Houses.
God damn it.
Yeah.
And yeah, with this mod they actually restored at least the model. I mean, I guess they couldn't replicate the entire EMU stuff. But here's something that wasn't in the original Dreamcast release: the black markets. Yeah, there was no black market in the original Dreamcast release. You can buy various items. It's exactly what it is.
So slightly rare. It's not totally rare. It's just slightly rare.
Slightly. Delicious raw fruits. The child fruit isn't available.
Oh wait, I didn't remember that we could make Chow's Hero or Dark in Adventure.
And Adventure 1? No. You can like cause you can make them evolve into like swim type, ground power type, fly type, or run type, depending on how much food you gave to them.
Yeah, that's right.
At first. But how much animals you give them at first, but there's no Hero and Dark concept in Adventure 1.
Yeah.
And now with that, we're going to the final story.
We're gonna play as a question mark.
Question mark.
It's the Riddler.
For
Favorite
Sonic.
Sonic character.
It's Riddler.
Batman, I've hidden all these riddles around town. And Angel Island is falling over again. What? What is this mystery? Yeah, we're pretty much wrapping things up here. I mean, this is still gonna take a while. I'm honestly just surprised that we went through Game of Story that quickly.
Actually, yeah. Ooh, I hate that Sonic.
That
He's
little
always,
bastard.
he's always sneaking as usual.
I should have. You know what? I should have done a Pingus joke, but I don't know where I would do it.
Maybe in that one edit when you show all the characters, you show Eggman's Pingus face.
Yeah, but now it's too late for that. So.
It's too late to put the Pingus. It's too late.
I hope you guys still enjoyed that edit, regardless.
Me and Klaus were like,
it's
what?
beautiful.
No, we didn't like it. No, we didn't like it.
Ah, okay, I tried.
Of course we did, dude. Dude.
Whoa, dude. You might be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later you dance with the Reaper. I love that line.
Sonic for his advice.
But yeah, I mean, what were we talking about before? I forgot.
Man.
Klaus?
Oh no, Eggman, he dead.
Oh,
Oh no, Eggman, he dead.
no. I mean, he's still breathing, so he's at least unconscious. What's that puddle of water doing here?
Oh.
I thought I took it out earlier.
Oh, it's Chaos 4. It's back.
No! My nuke! I don't have my nuke now! Oh no!
Meanwhile, Sonic just chilling.
He's taking a vacation.
Look at me. I'm yawning without a mouth.
Yes, Eggman learned his lesson. Yep.
Guess Eggman learned his lesson. Yep.
Yep.
I like how
Yep.
that line sounds sarcastic. Yeah, Eggman learned his lesson. Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna find him again next week, but who cares? Let me take my break.
Cares.
Also, I love this lighting.
He's wave dashing.
This is why you should be added to Smash Bros. So we can finally wave dash.
Again.
West Tails.
Second Sonic rep in Smash. One of my dreams.
Well, okay, we should talk about it. Who should be the second Sonic rep in a future Smash game?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I think Shadow should be if like they don't have enough time to create a new character from scratch and they want to prioritize other new characters. Shadow as semi-Echo / Echo Fighter should be there. If they have the time, I want to say Eggman, so you have more villains, and I think Eggman has a lot of potential for a moveset. That would be very interesting. My heart says just put Team Chaotix and use a moveset with 3 characters at the same time.
He stole my Chaos Emeralds.
What about you, Klaus?
I mean, yeah, kind of what Spring said. Like, Shadow would be the easiest one to add. But, you know, I'd want him to be more than just an echo of Sonic. Like, I want them to incorporate all of his Chaos powers into his moveset, for sure. Because they have to go all the way with him, because Sonic, as a character in Smash, is very lacking, I feel.
Yeah.
But I feel like, yeah, Eggman would be cool, because it'd be cool to get another villain, but... I mean, I'd like to see Tails, too. I'd like to see him, you know, use his Tails Tornado to attack, and, like, use all of his gadgets and gizmos to fight, too. There's a lot of potential there.
There's a lot of potential for a lot of Sonic characters. So much so that Super Smash Bros. Crusade looks like most of them. Like, if they put Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow. Am I missing anybody?
That's not all the Sonic characters.
Still, they put a lot of characters in Smash Bros. Crusade that fan game, and I'm like, right.
Hey, it could be worse. Remember Super Smash Flash that had like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Super Sonic, and 2 fan Sonic characters?
Oh. But never Eggman. Never Eggman.
Yeah, like, I think Eggman as a Smash request or Smash potential for moveset was never really brought up until Sephiroth. Because we
I
saw
mean, I heard him slightly before, but
not as
definitely
much.
Sephiroth, yeah, but definitely Sephiroth sparked that conversation. I mean, Sephiroth is awesome. He had the best trailer, and I love him. So it's just so odd that they afterwards. I mean, we got Kazuya as another villain, so that's nice. But yeah, I mean, after Sephiroth, I mean, we had Pyre, Mythra, Kazuya, and Sora, so we didn't have many more characters.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of like the thing with Smash, like. We were getting to a point where we were getting a bit fatigued, but it's also like there's so many characters that have so much potential that should be in the game. But it's also like if the next game, let's say if the next Smash game is like a reboot or some stuff, and it's gonna like cut a lot on the roster. Well, we're probably not gonna request certain characters because other characters that are in the game are just no longer in the game. For example, who would you like? Okay, imagine if Kirby is just for the next game they cut Meta Knight. It's just Kirby and DDD. Would you request Wild D if Meta Knight is not there, or would you prioritize requesting Meta Knight to be back?
You know what? If this was like a Smash... Okay, you know what? If Ultimate didn't exist, and we have a new Smash game kind of like Smash 4, yes, I would probably ask Meta Knight to be back. After Ultimate, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna miss veterans, but I prefer seeing new characters at this point, so I would probably prefer Banana D. Because for my... I mean, I love the veterans, and I love they brought everyone back. I love that. But in a new game... I prefer to see now new characters because we can always go back to Ultimate and see all our old favorites there. Not to say that I don't want, for example, if they had Midnight back as like DLC, I would still be excited, especially if they do new things with him. But I would push more for new characters, because at this point it's like, okay, we're gonna lose half the roster in anyway, so might as well see new faces.
I guess.
Makes sense.
I would miss Meta Knight, I would miss
Tails gets
Mewtwo, I
trolled.
would miss Wolf, I would miss Ike, I would miss Byleth, I would miss Sora.
And that's
I'm
kind
gonna miss Lucas.
Oh, Lucas, he was cut once. Yeah.
you will be cut again.
Same with Roy.
Oh, Roy,
Oh,
he's no longer
yeah.
our boy.
Like Roy is pretty much dead because like nobody talks about him anymore.
Oh boy, gets sent to the Shadow Realm.
Again, I talked this with Klaus once. Why isn't this game yet localized? Him and Marv push Fire Emblem to the west, and yet they never localize this game.
Because Nintendo is lazy. No, I mean I'm not gonna say they're lazy. It's just that they probably don't see the profit in localizing that game nowadays.
I mean, nowadays no, but back then.
I mean they did with 7, like the game afterwards. I guess.
Roy's father, Elliewood.
Yeah, his very disappointing father.
I mean they're both disappointing. They're considered the weakest lords in the series, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Elliewood, I can kind of use him, but yeah, like Roy was, when I briefly played his game, he was atrocious. I'm sorry, Roy.
You're not my boy. Smash Roy is my boy.
We like Ike instead.
We like. Okay, so I get my answer. What about you, Klaus? In a situation like Rhino said, like you have to Kirby roster. We keep Kirby.
That was just an example, by the way.
Yes. Okay, just an example. Okay, you know what? Another example. Earthbound. Then we have Lucas and Ness. They cut Lucas. I mean, no, that's not an example because you're gonna prefer Lucas over a new character. So okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, the thing is, like, Ness is part of the, like, original 12, you know, and the thing is, I don't want to see, I feel like they should always just keep the original 12, just because. But, like, it also, like Spring said, yeah, we can always go back and play Ultimate, so it's not like these characters are lost forever, so if they were to make a new Smash, yeah, Lucas definitely would get cut since, well, we can only play Mother 3 in Japan, and there's absolutely no way we can play Mother 3 otherwise, right, guys?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
you can,
yeah.
if you get Nintendo Switch Online, plus Switchback, make a Japanese account, you can download the Japanese GBA app and play Mother 3 there.
Then use Duolingo
Yeah,
to
we have,
understand. Then use Duolingo to understand what the hell they're saying.
Duolingo
Yeah,
is
because-
he's always something else.
Yeah, Spanish or Banish, but yeah, because I totally don't have the English fan translation dumped into a GBA cartridge that I played
Yeah.
here. Like, no, I totally don't.
No,
No,
Klaus,
no.
you cannot do that. That's illegal.
That's illegal.
Why Nintendo, they're gonna send their ninjas after me and they're gonna kill me?
Yeah. What if the studio actually gets fucking taken down because of this shit? I would be sad.
Oh, sad.
Oh.
All right, but yeah, I think like for each franchise they should keep like the main hero and like the main villain at least, because I would be very sad to see Ridley go, because I wanted Ridley playable ever since I saw him in the Melee intro, and I
Yeah.
thought, oh wow, that purple space dragon looks sick. I didn't know who he was, but I just knew that I wanted him. So for Metroid, we can just have Samus and we can have Ridley. I think that's cool. I think for like, and I know Mario, it's like, yeah, Mario's huge, but I feel like they could cut Mario down a bit. Of course, we need Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Peach, and I think that's enough. I feel like we don't.
The problem.
I don't care to have. I don't care to have Bowser Jr. there. I never wanted Bowser Jr. in Smash.
He's the number one character people forgets in the game.
I forget he's in the game.
Even Eggman forgot.
Hey,
That's why.
Klaus lost me off again.
Hey, yeah, I literally was thinking of that. Maybe I should have added funny edits. Oh well.
But yeah, for example, with Mario, yes, I think Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, those are like the mainstays. Dr. Mario, I like him, but he's better off as a costume, if I'm being honest. I do like Rosalina. I think she has a unique moveset that's enough to keep her. Bowser Jr., I like them. Him and the Koopa Kids, but yeah, you can get them down. Daisy, it's an echo. You can either go either way. Then Piranha Plant. After the Mario Wonder, Piranha Plant should be there for the Piranha Plant Parade.
They should have, yeah, taunt. If you have, this should be a secret taunt. If you have 8 Piranha Plants, like 8 players playing as Piranha Plant, and you all press the same taunt button, you all sing a song. It's funny how this Sonic commentary just turns into Smash discussion.
I mean, I was surprised you didn't do this sooner.
Maybe if I ever do another Smash game, I'll bring you guys along, because why not?
Oh, you'd have a lot of things to talk about.
But so little time.
Okay, this is a nice moment though. Like Sonic saying no, let's help Chaos. So just destroying him, let's help him, or trapping him.
It's interesting how Sonic is actually quite wise in this, because it's like, yeah, like, you just same thing would just happen again, you know?
Oh my god, that texture on the road is like so rainbow.
Ooh.
It's Rainbow Road.
I think this might be a consequence of the low quality textures that we're working with.
Hey guys, what's up?
I got 4, bitch.
Use the negative power of the emeralds.
But I guess my opinion on the Smash thing is that as much chaos it brought to the fan base last time.
Chaos.
Yeah, totally intentional. But you gotta understand it. As much chaos it brought to the Smash fan base last time, I actually think they should do another balance. Just to kind of gauge what players want out of the next Smash game, what kind of roster they should go, because the reason why we got the Everyone Is Here in the first place is because a lot of the votes, especially from Japanese players, but from a lot of players worldwide, just want to see the veterans come back. You know, the Snakes, the Wolves, the young Links, even some Pichus here and there, you know? So, like, that's why we got the Everyone Is Here. And if they did another battle now, we could kind of understand, it's like, okay, what do you guys want? Do you prioritize veterans as much this time? Or can we, like, cut a lot of them and just bring in a lot of new faces?
Yeah. And
I
this time with the battle, be more open. Because, I don't know...
I don't think you'll ever be open with something
No. I say open in the sense that, for example, people thought that the battle was being used for Smash 4, while I think the battle was more used for more future Smash games. That's the thing. I don't think that was transmitted well enough. That's why we have things like, oh yeah, Bayonetta definitely won the bout, guys, yeah.
But here's the thing, if I was them, I would probably do something similar as well, because it's like, you don't want to say that this is like, something that's not for the current product that you want to sell, you know? I mean, maybe doing a balance right now when there's nothing happening for Smash, that you could be more transparent. That you could say, oh, for the future, for something.
Yeah, like, I think right now is the best time. Right now as in when there's no Smash game.
Yeah, when there's no Smash game. And, I don't know, I mean, there's going to be a Smash game in the next system. But when? I don't know, but knowing Nintendo, I think they would probably do something similar to Smash Ultimate and just try and get it out in the first few years of the console's lifespan. Have a big hitter there.
Yeah.
But in what form it will take, we have no idea.
I just hope it's has more content, as in single player content. Or more unique single player content, at least.
Subspace Emissary 2, please.
That would be so cool.
You know, I think I talked about this in my Smash 54 commentary, but an idea that I've always proposed is for Smash Ultimate, and it could also be for a future Smash game, would be instead of because okay, we realize that doing an adventure mode like Subspace Emissary would take a lot of time and the cutscenes and all that stuff. So let's keep it simple. Let's make it like the Great Maze or the Great Cave of Fest if you want to go that route. But like the Great Maze, where you can go anywhere. You can like take a Metroidvania type approach and just select which pathway you want. So you already have replay value. You can select any 4 or 5 characters you want to start with, and you rescue and battle the others as you go along this mode, while you're going through platforming challenges, and it's roguelike. So it's always kind of randomly generated. So it's a Metroidvania randomly generated. It takes around like an hour or two to beat, and then you fight Taboo at the end. So you got a mode that incorporates the platforming challenges that you haven't really seen since Brawl, and you also find a way to have a sort of adventure modes, and a lot of replay value. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, actually would be the best ideal scenario. And then use locations from the games.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
at least try to do what World of Light did, was like, oh, it's a unique location, but there's specific parts are from specific games. For example, we have the Mario Castle, or Bowser Castle, I should say, the Street Fighter World Tour, the map from Donkey Kong Country, that castle from Castlevania, the Lost World from Zelda. Like, bring more stuff and more enemies. Like, use the Smash Run enemies, for example.
Yeah,
Like,
we talk about platforming challenges like Subspace or Smash Run.
yeah, honestly, Smash Run I think would be perfect. Just maybe
just
you have
bigger scale because we're talking about something like the Great Maze.
yeah.
Because yes, it having different noises here. They're like they see me. This is the thing that I really like is like Chaos is saying that the Chow has still been well treated by humans today, and that's what actually makes them like, I guess humans are cool.
I guess things change. My child are still safe.
Yeah, because I think that was the big thing with the reason why he got so angry that the Klaus tribe, fuck, let's call him Jerry. Jerry's tribe. The reason why he was pissed off is because he thought he was gonna hurt the Chow. You know.
I mean,
And
they did.
They trampled them.
Yeah, they did.
Potentially killed him. They killed him. They just don't show it. Because
Potentially, no, they killed him. They died. They died. Chow died. Chow died, guys.
R.I.P. Am I right? I find it interesting that Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are the only ones there.
Yeah, screw Amy, you're big.
Or Gamma. I mean, the red bird was following Amy, and that's a detail I like. They actually put the red bird, the Gamma's bird, alongside Amy as a way to represent the Gamma.
Yeah, he was still here all along.
Okay, so I wonder what's happening there. Did they go to the afterlife? Were they already dead but just living as ghosts or something? I mean, they were still in the Master Emeralds. I mean,
I think they just go to Afterlife. I mean, unless you want to find a way to explain why they appear as playable characters in the multiplayer of.
I don't think that's canon.
Or you want to explain why Chaos appears in Sonic Battle.
What's going on?
Oh, here's Big. Oh,
Enemy
here they are.
Oh, there's it.
Oh, Zelda lands well, right?
The city is flooded. Everything's destroyed. Everyone's dead.
Tails.
I love that they did a Sonic Adventure brain scratch research as a commentary. He just puts that Johnny just puts that Simpsons which is like say the line, and then Gareth's like, the entire Let's Play is completely fucking destroyed, and everybody's like, yay!
And there you
And that
have
wraps
it.
up. That wraps up Sonic Adventure, folks. I mean, unless you guys want to wrap up the previous topic, if there's anything else you want to add.
Nah, I think we are, at least personally, I think we already said everything we have to say about Smash in the Sonic Adventure
Okay,
commentary.
Okay, then to end this commentary on a nice bow, on a nice, very well neat tied bow. What do you guys think of Sonic Adventure?
It truly is an adventure.
Well,
Uh,
Go ahead,
it
Klaus.
really is a Sonic adventure, if you will.
DX scope.
So I never. Yeah, so I only played Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. I never actually played Sonic Adventure. I never got to see it, so it's kind of nice seeing how much of a glow up DX it was over this. But I mean, from what I see, it pretty much handles the same. But yeah, I mean, I think that Sonic Adventure was a good first foray into 3D for Sonic, and Sonic did not have a rough transition to 3D. I think it was fine. Okay, it was fine.
I mean, I think it was a rough transition in that it took a while for him to get Sonic Adventure. It had a lot of other stuff in the middle, but yeah.
Yeah, but once they finally finished Adventure, I think it was pretty fine. It was a good first finish attempts for sure.
Mhm.
And I still pray for the day that we will get like a real Sonic Adventure 3 or any other adventure styled game. Maybe only in my dreams, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
And also, Crush 40, open your heart. Crush 40's
Hey.
music still slaps to this day.
But, yeah, I'm actually keeping the credits for this one, unlike all the other ones where I edited it out because there's shit to do.
For me
What about you,
personally,
Spring?
Sonic Adventure. I did say jokingly, "Oh, it's an adventure," but I do really say it's an adventure. I really still think this game is really fun, very charming, has a lot of things that I still want to see in modern Sonic games, like the sense of adventure, the sense of speed, but with tight control, not only tight, but this good controls, this variety that again could be ironed out in the sense that yes, let's get the fat and let's not. Also, I love that Tails face, like. But like. For me, Sonic Adventure has so many good elements to it. Like I like the Sonic levels, I like the hub worlds, I like the story. Yes, it has its faults, its plot holes, but I like the story. I like how it has character development, like Gamma and Tails', and again, to a lesser extent, Amy's. I like that it brought new things to the lore of our characters, like Knuckles' story or Tails' story. There's so much good in this game. Nowadays, yes, it did not age well. It's still glitchy. It has its bugs. It has its moments. And again, having to play big and it was just an Amy's sections to get the full story. Yes, it can drag because it's different pacing and everything. But there's such a vibe to this game. Like it's weird to use this expression, but it's a vibe to this game. Like this game nowadays, I hope we get something like this soon. With Frontiers and Sonic Dream Team, I think maybe we're getting there. We see more playable characters now. There's a more emphasis on story, even if it's not something very serious or deep. At least we are getting an emphasis on story. So I hope we have a new Sonic Adventure, not necessarily Sonic Adventure 3, though I would like that, or a remix, just a new Sonic Adventure that is this ambitious, that it is this fun. That yes, it is not perfect by any means. But its ambition carries it, and we still to this day appreciate for everything it does. Drops the mic.
Yep. Kind of wrap things up. Sonic Adventure was the first Sonic game I've ever played, and thus I have a lot of memories with it. But Sonic Adventure is just one of those games that I just love coming back to because it's just really fun. And I love those yeah. And we're extending this a little bit, but just to get my thoughts out of the way. But Sonic Adventure is a game that means a lot to me. It may not mean as much as something like Unleashed, but Sonic Adventure was really what got me into the series outside of like some Flash games I had played prior. So Sonic Adventure, as like I have a lot of nostalgia bias with the game, and I just have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, it has its issues. Yeah, it can be a bit glitchy. Yeah, there's like one or two plot holes. I mean, it's just one, I think. But Sonic Adventure is a good time, and I hope people get to play it. And I hope the future of Sonic also takes more from the adventure games, not just in nostalgia, but more in terms of taking this and evolving it, So, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed this ride. And see you all in the next commentary that should happen. I don't know when. Yeah.
Just stick around to the channel of Rhino and the Dino, baby. New casual commentaries coming soon, right up your door. We appreciate your support, dudes.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Sayonara.
Thank you for having us here, Rhino. I think I can speak with Klaus, but if Klaus wants to say something, he can say it himself. But thank you for inviting us. We had a lot of fun, and we'll see you maybe next time.
Yeah. How about you, Klaus?
Yeah, I mean, Spring pretty much said it for me. Thanks, Spring. But yeah, no, thank you for inviting me. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys joining me for this crazy adventure.
La.
So,
So TLDR, guys, gals, non-binary pals, open your heart. Everything will be alright.
Yeah. So, with that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you all next time. Bye.
Adios!
Bye.